Alright, nagbabalik po ang Checkpoint 1062. Ito na, wag na nating patagalin pa.
Preno muna tayo sa aksyon. Dito muna tayo sa magaan. Light check na tayo.
Tonight's part 1 of light check is gonna be a bit different from the usual. Dahil imbis na mag-Tagalog ay mag-English muna kami ng aking partner for tonight's video. Abangan nyo, ngayon lang naman to sa segment lang natin na ito kasi we have a very special guest tonight gracing the show, and he is gonna talk about virtual assistant's job dominates Philippines. How did they achieve this, and what are the benefits, limitations, and some more information regards to virtual assistants. He will tackle this tonight on our show tonight. Please welcome, gracing our show tonight is none other than virtual assistant agency owner Mr. William Jones.
Hi, Sir William.
Welcome to Checkpoint 1062. I am Alvin.
And I am Erlo.
And good evening
nice
from the Philippines.
Erlo and Alvin. Maing gabi.
Ayun.
Good evening.
It looks like you can speak a little bit or Cebuano or Tagalog.
Cebuano, my wife's Bisaya.
Oh!
Wow, would you look at that?
All right.
How about that? Come on.
All right, so William, we want to know how is the virtual assistant is doing here in the Philippines, and how is it as of this moment. So my first question is, okay, let's go for the first. What is virtual assistant and how does it work?
So a virtual assistant is a virtual worker. When I came to the Philippines, I didn't even know that the Philippines was the virtual assistant capital of the world. There's only one other place that really competes with it, and that would be India or Bangladesh. But virtual assistant means I can be, for instance, in the United States and hire someone in to do my social media management, answer phone calls, be my executive personal assistant, do search engine optimization, do a little bit of everything. There's almost nothing that you cannot do remotely. And then people are willing to pay you for that.
All right. So basically, this job can do in home, right?
Correct.
Ayun.
So you can work remotely. Aside from being reported from the office, right? Am I saying clear things? Anyhow, can I ask what are the benefits and limitations of using virtual assistants, just like what you are providing right now, sir?
Yep. So the benefits are, essentially most of the time in the United States, they're wanting to outsource. Number one, because it's more affordable. So in the United States, basic minimum wage is around anywhere from $13, $14 on up per hour. And that's not even counting the insurance and everything else they got to pay as far as government benefits. So most of the time, someone is looking to outsource because they're looking to save on costs. The benefits that the Philippines has, besides the workforce. The workforce is not just more affordable, but also, generally speaking, the workforce is English literate. The second language of the Philippines is usually, I just came back from Dumaguete, and they speak almost native English. And I was at a BPO or agency where we were called Sites at Scale. Every single one of them are native English. And many of them go to IT or college graduates, whereas in the United States, most of the workforce is not college graduates. They may speak English, but they're not college educated a lot of times, and they're blue collar, working class. But that being said, most of the time it's the benefit of on that, and then they can work during their time, and they don't have to pay the government benefits and everything else, and don't have to deal with all the HR and the headaches that come along with it of dealing and managing staff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Sir William, what role can virtual assistants play, especially in reducing operational costs and improving resource allocation?
So, I mean, social media management, search engine optimization, content creation, video editing, data entry, bookkeeping, voice calling, appointment setting, call centers, which I know everybody pretty much knows about. Mainly when you say BPO or virtual assistant in the Philippines, everybody thinks of call centers. That's it. But there's 1,000 other things that, virtual assistants can do. The biggest one, besides everything I've already mentioned, just data entry or personal assistant. Personal assistant is doing the things that everybody else does not necessarily want to do, but you're going to get paid for it. And then if you can sell yourself as, hey, I'm just as qualified as these guys over here where you're at, you can actually make, I have helped people make anywhere from 100,000, 200,000 pesos a month, just doing VA work.
Ooh.
They don't have to necessarily do that. I mean, then we also run an agency as well where they're not virtual assistants. They're in-house, in staff. And then I do it for my own agency. But the thing is, you got virtual assistant. When you're a virtual assistant, the number one problem you're going to run into as a Filipino is you have to have the laptop or a computer, and you have to have reliable internet. And if you have brownouts, you have to have a backup. And whenever you don't have those things, you need to go work for a BPO. Sometimes to get the education to become a social media manager, or if you don't have the skills or experiences, this is where you would obtain them. And therefore, you can save up the money, get the computers and systems that you need to do so.
Okay. Sir, next up, we heard that you got recognized in the past few years. So how is it? How are you feeling receiving those recognitions? By the way.
Yeah, it's amazing. Last year we were recognized. As part of the second annual. This year will be the third annual in the Philippines Finest Business Awards Outstanding Achiever. But yeah, I appreciate being able to guest here on the show as well and meet you two guys. Hopefully I'll get to meet you at the actual award ceremony and stuff. Anybody want to meet me or find out about virtual assistants or how to get started as a virtual assistant, they can meet me at the show and I gladly help them.
Okay, last off from our end, Sir William, any message to our live viewers and our listeners in the AM listening right now on our show about venturing virtual assistants? What tips can you share to our listeners, to our viewers online who are watching right now?
Well, if they want to reach out to me, they can reach us at rankfortress.com, and I'll gladly send them. I have some free courses, and then also June 28th, we're going to have a conference here in Surigao, del Norte, where it's going to be talking about digital marketing and how to become a virtual assistant. And as always, I want to give a shout out to my wife, Rowena. Couldn't do this without her, and then also our staff. We have 80 plus staff here at Rank Fortress in Surigao City, and we appreciate you guys and love you guys.
All right,
Sir William, thank you for having us today here in our program Checkpoint 1062.
Thank you for gracing the show tonight. We would like to say thanks for your presence tonight, sharing about what is virtual assistance is all about, sharing your insights. What instances could our listeners, our viewers online can be their basis to venture in this kind of agency. So, sir, we thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for
gracing the show tonight. We have learned a lot of things about virtual
assistance. It's an honor, sir.
It's an honor, sir. I know it's kind of late at the moment. What is the time right there from where you are right now, sir?
No, it's 8:30. I live in Surrey City. So.
He's also in the Philippines
So
pala.
he is also in the Philippines. So same time, it's 8:28 in the evening.
8:27.
Right.
So Sir William, thank you so much for gracing the show. Please take care of yourself. Thank you so much and good evening. Magandang gabi po, sir.
Ayong gabi.
Yeah.
Yon.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. William Jones. He is a virtual assistant agency owner